Hi Capricorn, hello, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you here are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Yay! Hi Cappies, how are you doing? Hope everyone is doing just fine and is doing well and is safe and everything. Today it's a bit weird because I left my cell phone at a yoga place, so I'm recording with a different camera and I can't see myself, nor can I see the cards that I'm pulling out for you, and if you're going to see them correctly, so you need to know this. Okay, so if I'm holding them over here, I don't know exactly if you're seeing them, so I apologize in advance if there's an inconvenience happening because of this, all right? But we'll see. So thank you so much, you guys, for donating over on Vimeo. Thank you for giving me donations through PayPal. Thank you so much for being my patrons. I really, really appreciate this, my friends. It's just amazing. It's an amazing journey with you, and I appreciate you. And just being here is wonderful. And for you to be part of this tribe, and yeah, it's awesome. So thank you so much for that. All right, Cappies, let's hop into your reading and see what wants to come out for you. As you know, I already pre-shuffled all of your cards. This is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind, because that means it's for somebody else. So you can reverse the placements. It's not gender specific. Do you want to talk today or what? It's not time specific at all, so whenever the message, thank you, reaches you, it's yours at that time. Thanks. One more. One more. And these messages are designed, thank you, for those that seek personal and or spiritual growth, so they may be triggering, all right? Okay, let me see. Wow, very youthful cards. Very, very youthful cards, all three of them. So I'm going to show you all three, matter-of-factly, not just one by one. Very interesting. Very youthful. Look at this. I hope you can see it. I'm trying to hold it like this, just in case. I hope you can see it. So it's about the Pentacles, and Page of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles that you do have here. Very interesting. Very youthful energy. It's almost like I'm speaking with a child. Of course, I'm not, because I would assume that only adults watch this content here on this channel. I'm pretty sure, actually, from the analytics. I'm very sure. So, yeah, very youthful energy. So either you do have two children, and you are the one doing the helping with the Three of Rods here, right? You're the one that tries to give them advice. That's actually what I'm feeling here strongly. Or it is someone who passed away who was really trying to reach out to you, a grandfather or a grandmother, but I'm strongly getting that male kind of a vibe here too, if we're talking crossed over. So someone is really trying to help with a project here, or with your personal growth. That depends on your situation, on your life, right? Yeah, they're really, really helping you here, and I see you accepting the help. If that's you that's doing the helping, then again, we're talking about two parties that are younger, more immature than you. Maybe you're trying to, because these are both Pentacles. That's what's so striking here. And it's almost like a king trying to teach their offspring about the world, about what stability really is, and these children just aren't there yet. So we could be talking that you are in some kind of a teaching position here as well, and that could be anything from parent to actual teacher to yoga teacher to, you know, anything really, where you're in a position to teach the ones that come after you, or that came after you, right? But they haven't gotten it yet, these two, the Knight and the Page. Neither of them have really understood it yet, what it means to... They haven't found their place in the physical yet, is what I'm trying to say here, right? but you have. That's what I'm getting here. And it's so interesting that 3 cards would come out here. And again, you can follow me over on Instagram, because I think it's always really interesting to have a look at the cards too, because the way they are laid out, that's significant always. Like in all of my readings, it's never the same, I feel. So at Universal Power Tarot, just go over there if you're interested. So yeah, and that they would come out with 3 cards and not have me read one after the other, but rather all 3. So there's something about that. It's something about advancement as well, that a team is only as strong as its weakest members. So what I'm getting now is another twist here, which is internal, right? So working on yourself internally. One internal self of yours is further along than the others, and now it's time to teach those so they can advance themselves here. All right? Yeah. Yep. All right. Yes. We're gonna go with the Wildwood Tarot here and see whatever else wants to come out. Thanks. Wow. Wow, we have that same image. That's interesting. So let me draw a third one here too. Thanks. That's so funny because it's exactly the same thing. No. Yep. Look at this. It's again 3 cards, the combination of 3. Whoops. I hope you can see. It's the same thing. This is you, and these are the 2 youngsters that you're schooling here, or that you're trying to pass wisdom on to, right? And again, it's so eerie not being able to look at myself at least and really talk into the camera, because when I see myself, I'm at least talking to me. Oh my goodness, it's weird. Okay, so it's really like that, and it's so funny that this one is sitting, I hope you can see again, that this one is sitting in the tree, right? And down here she's standing right in front of that tree. So this is definitely you doing the helping here, and you do have these 2 rods here on your side. These are the 2 youngsters we were talking about. Again, this could be externally or it's internally, but it's definitely like a triangle kind of a situation. You being here and the other ones being here. That's interesting. And then you have the Page of Vessels with the otter, which is definitely this one. It's so interesting. It's definitely this one. And it's this young kind of an energy that I'm getting. And you know, otters are really, really playful, right? They're really playful. They're really good on land and in water. But they're not so much, I don't see them as the serious types necessarily. Otters are always up to something like sneaky, but not in a bad way. Rather in a funny way. In a funny, playful kind of a way. And they're like joking around. That's the kind of an energy that I'm getting from this one here too, right? Joking around, not taking things too seriously, which is in itself a very awesome energy to have, right? I feel like this is about combination, combining sides here and allowing them into your life as well. Allowing that playfulness, because it's never just the teacher that teaches. This one is about the student that also teach, right? So it's like each person in this triangle is really teaching the other, and it doesn't matter if one is more immature than the other, because it's always something. When I do readings, for example, it's the same thing. I always learn, there's always something in there for me. Or when I do private readings, it's the same thing. There's always something in there for me, and it doesn't really matter what position we're talking about here, right? And the Queen of Vessels here with the salmon right there. And we go from Pentacles to Vessels, both times Vessels. That's significant as well too, because it's like coming more into the emotional world, away from the material, but more into the emotional world here. And this one is quite agile that we're talking about here. This is one energy is more childlike and the other one is more in the adolescent kind of a thing. Yeah, ready to have children and that sort of a thing. So there's an age difference, could be as well, right? But again, could be different levels of maturity. And again, the third option is really like internally, that these are forces inside yourself that you're coming into the knowledge of, right? Yeah, and we also have the acorn here, the acorn in the tree. I hope you can see again. And this is really like something that is coming to fruition, basically. Something that has been instilled. This can be about DNA activations, where, you know, you start off as a little seedling, from a seedling to a tree, and you've grown into something here already. You've grown, you are that huge tree already with the roots that go really deep into the earth. And I'm reminded of willow, because willows, before they really grow strong, this is not a willow here in the picture, but yeah, there's a lot of water energy. So willows grow by the water. They grow by the river. And before they actually grow firm in their stem, they really, really make sure that their roots are in order, right? They really make sure their roots go deep. They hold on to other roots that are already there. They hold on to little stones. They really make sure that their roots are really, really in the ground, right? And it's also about being flexible, going with the tides, because when you are by a river, it'll constantly change. You constantly are exposed to the different, to weathers, to sometimes the water being too high, then too low, then just perfect, you know what I mean? So there's also something about change that is happening, that is occurring right now, and that being felt, clearly felt, and shifting focus away from what you thought was once stable for you. Maybe learning from the ones around you too, again, to then teach again. So there's this, again, cascading effect, right? And going more into the emotional world and really, really feeling into it. With the Aquarius moon, this reading is going to come out on the 4th. So the full moon in Aquarius will have happened already on the 3rd. So yesterday or today as I'm recording it. So there's a lot of emotional things. The energies I'm getting from this moon is really, really gentle and really, really soft and really quiet. So you really have to listen and sit in order to, first of all, come into your emotions, because everything else seems to be speeding up. The only thing that's not speeding up is yourself and your own space. And that's the way it's supposed to be, right? You're supposed to be this, or supposed to be. I don't know how else to express it, but that's what they're showing me. It's just like this basically stone that is sitting by a riverbed and almost being like immovable, like the willow, being flexible and knowing what's going on around you, right? But yet at the same time, being so firmly rooted to the ground, but knowing about the changes, right? But still being in that kind of a position, right? And by assuming that stance, you teach others a lot, because you seem to be in alignment here, for sure, for sure. And again, you're like, hey, halt. That's that card, right? You're saying halt, take a stop here, take a breather. You're saying to the other ones around you, you need to slow down significantly. And then in turn realizing that maybe you can do a little bit more slowing down yourself as well, as you were saying this. Yeah. There's also a connotation of parting ways. So what I'm seeing here is sometimes when you are saying these things, people may not necessarily receive them in the most positive way, and thus they may be parting from you only as they grow then and come to their own understanding of things. Much like parents with children, sometimes these two are parting sometimes and need to, in order for the children to come more independent and more understanding in their values and their own systems, right? They need to gain that understanding only to come back around again, right? With their own understanding, and then they'll teach you. You know what I mean? I hope this makes sense. I really do. Because it's a bit complex, I feel. I hope I'm expressing it properly. So yeah, that's that's that here. That's that here. We're going to inquire more about this story if you're interested in that, resonated with you, over on Vimeo and or Patreon. You'll find the links down below in the caption. I'll pull more oracle cards and try to find out more about this, because I feel there's a vibe for the collective here. This is not just like on you. It starts to expand. It starts to expand the whole thing, and I'm curious. If you are too, follow me to Vimeo and Patreon. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being part of this gorgeous tribe. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you over there or next time. Bye, guys.